Hi everyone! Welcome to Krannert Art Museum Yoga. Welcome to my home. This is Phoenix. Hope everyone's doing well. Enjoying the shift of weather. It feels like fall finally, so yeah, hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me. We're going to start standing today. So just finding a comfortable stance, mountain pose. Before we get started, props. It's nice to have a scarf or a strap. I think we're going to use that today for sure. A blanket can be nice, and a couple of blocks. So, all that being said, standing comfortably, standing in mountain pose. Mountain pose. Starting to feel the connection of your body with the earth through the feet. And just soften through the knees. If it feels safe, you can close the eyes, otherwise keep the eyes open, finding your balance that way. Starting to bend a little, and think about the strength that it takes to be here. Strengthen the feet, the ankles supporting you, the shins, the calves. Just a couple of little bends, working into the quads a little. Think about hugging muscle into bone without tension. You can start to shift a little, maybe lifting the heels up, rocking back on the heels, lift just the toes, fan them out, spread them, release them back down, and then lift up on the heels, and then shift back on the heels, lift the toes. So just a couple more times like that, really thinking about getting all four corners of the feet onto the earth. And then grounding into the feet, finding stillness here, and just finding a nice tall spine, an open heart, arms alongside, chin parallel to the earth. Again, you can close the eyes if that feels safe. A moment to check in with yourself, with your breath. If there's any judgment, see if you can change that, transform that into curiosity. If there's any hardness in the body, see where you can soften. Noticing the strength between hardness and strain versus strength and support. Noticing your breath with that support. Finding an ease, a lightness to the breath. A few dedicated breaths that feel deeper. Breathing into the fullness of the lungs. Always place a hand at the heart, a hand at the belly if that helps. You're more tactile. Feel that expansion in the belly as you inhale. And softness as you exhale. Just breathing. From this place of quiet and stillness within, you can form an intention for this practice. Something that feels good today, positive, personal. It's all for you. Once you have something in mind, just bring your hands together. This mudra, this Anjali mudra, seal of offering, just offering that intention, this gift of time and practice, all for you. You can start to interlace the fingers and press the palms away. Maybe the eyes stay closed, maybe they open, bow the head heavy. Still very much aware of the stance, aware of the feet, aware of the legs. As we open up the neck and shoulders, maybe swaying the head gently from side to side, releasing tension there as you breathe. Soften into the jaw, soften into the muscles around the eyes. Bow the head heavy. Another deep breath here. Keeping fingers interlaced, begin to lift the palms skyward as you lift the gaze, chin again parallel to the earth, just a nice long neutral neck. And starting to draw the shoulders up towards the ears, inhale, and then exhale, relax them down. Inhale, reaching, stretching, breathing. Exhale, softening. One more time, inhale, reaching, shoulders up towards the ears. Start to release the fingers and float the arms down as you exhale, like you're moving through water. And from here, taking some rolls through shoulders, up, back, and down. Again, still aware of the stance, aware of the foundation supporting you. Just moving into the upper body. You can start to move into the spine a little as you roll through shoulders. More of the shoulders, more of the neck, more of the entire spine involved. One more time. Breathing deeply, roll through shoulders, breathe in through the nose and open the mouth to exhale, finding that release as you exhale. And then just moving into the side body, and you can adjust your feet, whatever feels comfortable for you. Hip distance can be fine, wider, maybe closer together, but we're working on side body. So relaxing the left arm down. As you reach the right hand up, you're even tracing the right side body, finding the rib cage and breathe. And then arriving slowly, mindfully back through your center. And the right arm travels down, left hand travels up to find the ribs. Pause there and breathe there. Feel that expansion. And then one more time from side to side, just relaxing. Right arm, left arm down, right arm up. Open through the chest, breathing into the lungs. Right arm down, left hand traveling up, find the ribs and breathe. And arriving as you come back through center. And again, you can roll through shoulders, up, back and down. Let's actually use the strap. So again, you can have a scarf, you can have a shirt that has long sleeves, kind of like I'm wearing now. Just making sure that it's long enough to extend your arms out in case the shoulders are really tight, like mine, habitually tight. So again, I'm finding my stance, finding that foundation supporting us in this shape, in this pose. The hands to the strap, just nice and soft, and about shoulder width apart. Connecting to the breath, inhale, floating the strap and the arms up overhead until you find resistance, and then pause there, breathe there. Check in with the body. There should be no shift, no changes in the body. And then draw the strap back behind you about 1 inch. I have to separate my hands a little to get that to happen. Really lengthening through both elbows, and then pause and breathe. And then again, another 1 inch back behind you, lengthen through elbows, pausing and breathing. Another 1 inch or so. Pause, breathe. All the way back behind, probably not much of a stretch at this point, less tension on the strap, less tension in the shoulders, but pausing and breathing. And then inhale, floating the strap up. Exhale, strap back down in front. And then you can change your hand position again to that shoulder width apart, connecting to the breath, and then inhale, floating the strap up overhead. Finding that first initial resistance, pausing and breathing. Establishing your mountain pose, releasing another 1 inch, pausing, take a breath. Another 1 inch, breathing, lengthening through elbows. Another 1 inch, breathe. Again, relaxing the arms, connect to the breath, inhale, float the arms up. And exhale, floating them down in front. Then we can just move that strap off to the side. And from here, finding that mountain pose once again. Again, strong and stable in the legs. Begin to lift the gaze, lift the chin. You can open and close the mouth. Release tension in your jaw. And then begin to bow your head heavy. Chin centered over the chest. Starting to relax the left ear over towards the left side. Right arm, fingers reach down towards the earth as if they could touch the earth. And notice if that increases the sensation of stretch in that right side. And start to just rock the head forward and back over that left shoulder, keeping the softness to the face. Just a relaxed, soft quality to the movement. Checking in with the breath. And stilling any movement. Ear directly above the shoulder, no intention of touching. And you can stay here with that right arm drawing down, or the palm can face the wall behind you, thumb is down, bend the elbow, place the back of the hand at the low back, and that little shelf in the lumbar spine, and then again, maybe some movement of the head back and forth. Notice how this might open up the right shoulder a bit more for you. Pausing here. You can stay here, or you can float that left arm up, fingers and palm just above the right ear, just adding a little bit of extra pressure. Think about drawing the right ear away from the right shoulder as you breathe. You can even check in a little with the temple here, fingertips like little raindrops on the temple, sometimes where I hold tension. All kinds of things we can do here. You can even change the head position. Maybe the head bows down, chin more towards the collarbone, and the hand position changes more towards the back of the head. The right hand relaxed. Just a softness as you breathe. A few more breaths exploring this position. One more breath. Keeping the head bowed, just relaxing that left arm. Start to swivel the chin, centering it over the chest. Then start to relax that right arm. Lifting the gaze, and again, chin is parallel to the earth. You can roll through wrists here. You can roll through shoulders here. And all of this can be done seated as well, so if this is too long of time to be standing, then sitting is also an option. So finding that mountain pose again, reestablishing that, lifting the gaze, lifting the chin, maybe a bit more opening in the neck and the throat. Inhale. And as you exhale, simply bow the head forward into gravity and breathe. Traveling the right ear mindfully, slowly over to the right side as you actively reach the left fingers down towards the earth. There's goodness along the way. There's no final destination. It's all valid, all exploration of the body. You can start to move the head back and forth over that shoulder. Notice where you can soften a little bit more, where there might be unconscious holding. Often in the face, often in the jaw. Gripping and clenching, letting that go. Breathing. Awareness, connection. And then ear over the shoulder, finding stillness. You can stay here, or again, palm faces the wall behind you, thumb down, bend the elbow. Just placing that back of the hand gently at the low back. And again, there might be some movement available to you here. Still checking in with the foundation. If you have a tendency to lock your knees, try to have a micro bend in the knees. Just supportive. Breathing. Finding all of those edges, all of those areas of resistance gently. Finding stillness. You can float that right arm up, palm kind of helping to assist as if you could draw the head further away from the shoulder. Again, feeling that area of the temple with fingertips could feel good. Little raindrops. Relaxing through the shoulders. Breathe. You can change the hand position, maybe more towards the back of the head. Just anything that feels appropriate for your body. One more breath. Keeping the head bowed, relax the arm. Chin centered over the chest. Everything done mindfully, slowly, and in your own time. You can start to relax that left arm down. Then bring the neck back to neutral, mountain pose. You can roll through wrists, bend through elbows, roll through shoulders. A little bit of a sway of the head from side to side. Just notice if anything's open for you. Breathing in through the nose, open the mouth, exhale. And then from here you can just move perhaps out of the way. We're simply going to come into a tabletop position. You can also use the blanket if you like extra cushion underneath you. That can be nice. Just coming into a tabletop. Spread through the fingers. The wrists are below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Head is heavy for a moment. Checking in with the neck. You can start to circle the shoulders around the wrist joints. So really pressing into fingertips, pressing into knuckles, especially as the weight of the body shifts forward. Having this like roundedness to the spine. And start to circle in the opposite direction. Coming back through your center. And then just start to make C shapes in the body. Start to bring the gaze over the left shoulder, drawing the left hip towards the left shoulder. And then back through center. You can inhale here and then exhale. Right hip, right shoulder. Gazing over that right side and inhale through center, exhale left. Inhale, lengthen and exhale right. Back through center. Inhale, start to lift the gaze, lifting the chin. Keeping that lift, that opening, just start to wag the tail. Gently, slowly from side to side, and starting to stretch the inner legs a little bit, starting to open up through the low back. Make sure there's no pinching, no sharpness in the low spine. Only move so far as it feels good for the body. And then start to round the spine. Same thing, you can kind of sway the hips a little from side to side. Continue to press the mat away, finding stillness, inner big toes touch. Sink the hips back to the heels, finding your child's pose. You can place forehead to the earth or to props or even to stacked hands. And breathe. One more breath. Pressing the palms under the shoulders, coming back to your tabletop position. And from here, begin to extend the left leg out, curl the toes under, start to rock back and forth a little. So spreading the toes, feeling strong in the core, strong in everything that's making contact with the earth. Think about lifting the back of the left knee skyward as you ground the ball of the foot to the earth. Finding stillness, shifting the weight so that the shoulders are above the wrists, tone through the core, tone through the belly. Let's pulse that left leg up for 5, 4, engage the glutes, 3, engage the hamstring, 2, last 1. Drawing that left knee back underneath you and extend the right leg out. Curl the toes under, rocking back and forth. So really pressing into fingertips and knuckles will save your wrists and all of this weight bearing. And we'll stretch them out a little bit once we're done with this. So active through that leg, active through the core. So a lot of the strength is happening in that left leg as well and the core. So as you shift forward, Shoulders above the wrists. We're going to pulse that leg up for 5. Really squeeze the buttock muscle. 4. Hamstrings working. 3. Keep breathing. 2. Last 1. Keeping that engagement. Bending the knees. You can start to shift back. Maybe even come to seated. I've got a block here. You can sit in any position, any direction, but just start to interlace the fingers, press the forearms together, and circle at the wrist joint. So we're warming in the wrists and warming in the shoulders. So as you press the forearms together, you're going to build heat. Start to circle in the opposite direction. Slow it down, especially in this opposite direction. Might take a little bit more for the mind to wrap itself around this less familiar side, less familiar movement. And then as you release that, you can just shake out the hands a little. You can flick the fingers like you're flicking water. Rolling at the wrists a little, whatever feels good. Taking care of the wrists. And then we'll set our 2 blocks up at the high height at the top of the mat, just so that they're there when we need them. And then from here, back in your tabletop, find your down dog. Curl the toes, pressing the mat away. You can pedal out through feet. You can lift legs, bending knees, sway the hips, sway the head, tone the belly. Actively pressing the mat away, open the shoulders. Finding stillness, 1 more breath. And then starting to walk your feet towards your hands. Feet can ultimately go wide, maybe as wide as the mat. You can have a softness to the knees, maybe the backs of the hands to the earth, or fingers dangle. Again, knees are soft, head is heavy. Decompress the spine. You can be still, or maybe creating movement in the body, shifting back and forth, or sway from side to side. One more breath here. And powerful through the feet, the legs, bend the knees. The hands can come to the thighs. Think about growing the spine tall first, keeping a deep bend in the knees, and then grow long through the legs. You're pressing the feet into the earth, finding your mountain pose, and then stepping forward towards the blocks. From here, tall spine, open heart, hands to the hips, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinging forward, strengthen upper back body, keep the heart open, find the blocks. We're going to move between our pyramid pose and our lunge. So left foot stays and the right foot steps back. So we're going to find our pyramid pose. The blocks can travel with. So legs are straight and strong here. Squaring the hips. You can always have micro bends in knees, but for the most part, powerful through the legs, straight and strong. From here, start to bend through the left knee and really engage the right buttock muscle and lengthen through that right leg. Tuck the tailbone and feel that hip flexor psoas, that hip crease stretch. You can shift a little back and forth a little. Just breathe. And then start to lengthen through the legs. So as my back heel grounds, I can lift my left toes up and get that same kind of stretch. But if you want to shorten your stance in your pyramid, by all means. But we're going to flow between these 2 poses. So it's easier to have a longer stance and just lift the toes. So you can find your lunge, tuck the tailbone, really actively engage through that right butt, right glute, and then Finding length through both legs, and again, maybe the left toes lift. Finding the lunge. And finding the straight, strong legs. Just a couple more times like that. So the next time you're in your lunge, shorten the lunge. That way you can ground your legs. They're straight and strong. Challenge your balance here. Squeeze the inner legs together, hands to the hips, and rise with a straight, strong back. If that's not possible, you can always use a chair or just skip that. Open through the chest, lengthen through the spine, press the hips forward. One more breath. And then as you're ready and feel steady, stepping forward, mountain pose, arms down along the side. Just checking in here. Maybe feeling very different legs here. And then we'll do the other side, balancing all that out. Hands to the hips, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Finding the blocks. Right foot stays this time. Left foot steps back, feet are wide. Legs are straight and strong. Square the hips. So that might mean with the right leg forward, the right hip is probably drawn forward. So draw the right hip back, left hip forward. You can kind of play with the foot placement, spread the toes. Lengthen through the legs, tone through the belly. So vacuum in the belly. And then we're going to find a lunge. So that might just mean wiggling the left toes back, bending through the right knee. Make sure the knee is directly above the ankle, 90 degrees. And active through that left leg. So lift the knee, engage the glute, maybe shifting a little back and forth. Keeping all of that very active. Tuck the tailbone, find stillness, couple breaths here. And then lengthen through both legs, and maybe that front foot lifts, digging the heel into the earth, back heel grounds, pyramid pose, and then rebend. Sink the hips low, engage through that glute, hamstring combo, and then lengthen. Rebending, tuck the tailbone, sink the hips, extending. Couple more times. Next time you're in your lunge, you can step that left foot forward, ground through the heel. So we're back in pyramid pose. Legs are straight and strong. Find your balance with hands to the hips. Tone through the core. Inhale, rising. Heart stays open. Squeeze shoulder blades. Lift the gaze. And only moving when you feel stable. Stepping forward. Mountain pose. Arms down alongside. And breathe. From here, we'll come into a lunge with a twist. So hands to the hips, inhale, open. Exhale, hinge. Finding the blocks. Left foot grounds, right foot steps. So we're on the ball of that right foot. The feet are wide once again, and we can kind of shift a little from side to side. Ultimately, still engaging through that right leg, strong in the right leg. So it's not relaxed, it's active. So actively lifting the knee, actively engaging through the glutes. You can use that block under the right hand as we twist over to the left. So left hand can come to the left hip. So really active through the legs, active through the core. Inhale, and then exhale, just relax a little. Relax that left shoulder. And then inhale, open. Maybe hand can come to the shoulder. Exhale, relax. Inhale, you can twist. Maybe arm reaches up. Exhale, relaxing. I'm still really conscious of my foundation supporting me. Inhale, open, twist, draw the low belly in and up. And then exhale, relax. Let's do this one more time. Inhaling. So from here, You can release the block off to the side, plant the right palm, maybe stepping back into your side plank. Make sure everything feels strong and stable. Balance is definitely an issue here. One more breath here. You can move into plank, and you can vinyasa or just down dog or child's pose. Inhale, prepare, maybe knees to the earth. Exhale, lower. You can hover. Inhale, up dog or a cobra. Exhale, down dog or your child's pose. Few breaths, resetting. So we're going to lift that left leg. Inhale. Exhale, shifting forward, thigh to the belly. Heel to the butt. Step it forward, followed by the right foot. Inhale, lift up halfway, strong in the core. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Sweeping arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then hands to the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Find the blocks, mine have scattered. Right foot stays this time, left foot steps. We're in that lunge, feet are wide. You can rock back and forth a little bit. But ultimately, again, that left leg is powerful and strong. You can lower that block down. And then right hand can come to the right hip, spiral and open to the right. Inhale. Exhale, relaxing the right arm, collapsing in the power of the twist, but strong in the foundation. Hand to the shoulder, inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhale, open. Spread the collarbones. Exhale. So foundation stays the same. The spiraling is happening in the spine, in the core. Legs are strong. Say one more time, inhale. So, you can move the block out of the way, plant the palms, and then shifting back, coming into your side plank. Lifting the hips away from the earth, press into fingertips, press into knuckles, strong through the glutes. One more inhalation. Exhale, plank. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. We'll all meet together in down dog. You can lift the right leg, inhale. Exhale, shift forward, step it forward, followed by the left foot. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rising, palms touching. And exhale, hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Inhale to sweep arms up, find length. Exhale, keep all of that length. Swan dive, hinging at the hips. Deep inhalation, lifting halfway. And as you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, stepping back, coming into the top of a push-up here. You can always lower knees to the earth. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lower. Strengthening back body core. Inhale, lift the heart, the head follows. Exhale, lower down. A couple more times like that. Inhale. Lengthen to lift. Exhale, lower. Active through the legs, point through the toes, inhale. Stay lifted, curl the toes, maybe through the knees or not, pressing up and back into down dog. Or child's pose, your choice. Breathe. One more breath. And then slowly with control, release your knees to the earth. You can cross at the ankles, shift the hips back, and just come to seated. And then extend the legs out in front of you, knees bent. Start to windshield wiper the legs. So we can start little movements, massaging the glutes. Maybe over time, increasing movements of the knees, of the legs, sweeping them from side to side. And then the knees will come over to the left side. You can tuck that right shin underneath you and then just simply twist to the left. Left hand to the earth, right hand to the thigh, gazing over the shoulder. Breathing fully, releasing any tension in the belly. One more breath. And twisting back through center. Plant the palms alongside the hips. Replant through the knees, or the feet rather. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Just a couple times from side to side. Releasing knees over to the right. You can tuck that left shin underneath you. And again, we're just twisting to that right side. Right hand to the earth, left hand to the thigh. And breathe. Gazing over the right shoulder. Think about the neck opening, the spine lengthening. One more breath here. And then slowly releasing back out. Again, palms can be alongside the hips, lengthen through the legs, shifting forward, make sure there's plenty of room back behind you. You can have any props that you need for your Shavasana. You can bend your knees, plant your feet, finding a tall spine. Press the palms skyward, biceps can be by the ears and then round down, one vertebra at a time. Keep pressing the sky away, keep breathing, engaging core, nicely. Slow and controlled. As much as you're able. Arms stretch long, legs stretch long. And breathe. You can spread fingers and toes. Maybe wiggle the hips a little from side to side. And then arms into goalpost arms, cactus arms, bend the knees. Plant the feet wide. Knees come together. Inhaling here. And then exhale, knees over to the right, gaze to the left. Just twisting in the spine. At the same time, opening up in the hips a little bit as we start to cool down in our practice. Deep belly breaths. One more breath. Gazing skyward, floating the knees back through center, let them rest against one another for a moment. Belly soft. Inhaling here, and then exhale, knees over to the left, gazing to the right. Soften through the shoulders. Open the heart. Just noticing. Staying connected. One more breath. Gazing skyward, float the knees back through center. You can let them rest against one another for a moment, feeling more balanced from side to side perhaps. Then separate the knees, heel to toe the feet close together. You can hug knees into the chest. You can come into a happy baby. Anything that you need to finish your practice. And then begin to release the feet. Let the legs go long, feet wide, arms alongside the body. Feeling spacious in your body, feeling complete in your practice. As you close your eyes and simply rest. Begin to deepen your breath. Reawakening your body with movement. Fingers and toes, ankles, wrists. You can open and close the mouth, stretching arms long overhead. Breathing fully here. Yawning, sighing. Bending one knee, bend the other, let the feet plant. Stay mindful in your movements, roll gently to either side, finding a fetal position with the head supported, belly soft. Recalling your intention, you can take that with you into your day, or something new. What do you need now as you re-emerge back into your life? Closed eyes or a soft gaze, use the strength of your arms, take your time, pressing up to seated with a rounded spine and a heavy head. Once again, finding your foundation, everything making contact with the earth, feel it supports you as you find a taller spine, an open heart. That mudra, Anjali mudra, that seal of offering once again. Acknowledging this offering to yourself, this gift of time and practice. I am grateful for the honor to lead and guide you through this practice. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining.